Another trusted customer. Hefe. All eyes on me when I walk in. Money machine where my heart is. I swear.
What's up with y'all? I know what it is. Tapping in with Hefe. Shouts out to Wrong Enemy, the official sponsor, of this video. Got my buddy with me, my brother, the Trump supporter, and I brought him back on so we can ask him some more questions, y'all. You dig? So, first things first. How do you feel about your commander in chief leaving office? I hear he's getting impeached. What is this all about? Can you explain this to me? Are they gonna kick him out, or is it like explain it to me? What does this mean?
The House impeached him. They finally passed the articles of impeachment to the Senate, so now the Senate will hold a trial, and the Democrats from the House are gonna try and make it their way, but the Republicans in the Senate are going to tell them to fuck off, and they're going to make it a legit trial. And it'll most likely, I don't know how it goes, but it'll get dropped in the Senate. It's not going to really go anywhere. President will not be removed from office.
Really? So all these people getting excited that he's getting impeached, thinking that they're going to give him the boot. It's not going to happen.
No, zero.
So there's zero chance of him leaving office before his next run for office.
Zero chance.
Do you think he's gonna win? Do you think he has any good competition?
For what, 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the competition right now. Hillary's probably gonna jump back in because it's so weak.
Speaking of Hillary, why doesn't he like Hillary? Because
Have you seen the Hillary hit list? That everyone that she's been associated with that's died mysteriously.
Really?
Oh, look it up.
Because I was looking at
all the wars she started.
I was watching an older debate on him, and it was so funny how he would talk to her and talk about it's like her sleazy campaign, and he would say all this. And I always wondered why the man didn't like her. Like, he realized he really genuinely hates that woman.
Yeah, she's crazy. She gets us in all these wars. She's got that foundation that makes billions of dollars. That's pretty much pay to play politics, where countries will give countries billions of dollars in aid, and then they'll turn around and give these freaking foundations millions of dollars, which is going in the pockets of these politicians. So it's freaking feeding them and putting in their foundation, and then they also get political favors. It's fucking how it works. And that's why the Clinton Foundation's not doing too good right now. She's not in office.
Oh, because no one's donating money to him.
Yep.
Okay, so that brings up my next question. I heard about, it might have been you or it might have been someone else was telling me that there's a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress in Jeffrey Epstein's mansion or some shit like that.
Yeah.
For real?
Laying back on a chair, pointing at the little, not a camera, but pointing like at you, like, I want you.
Really? So do you think that the Clintons and Epstein were connected on like some illegal, dirty, like underground stuff, crazy stuff, or what?
The guy's flown with Epstein, what is it, 25 plus times that we're aware of? I mean...
25 plus times?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You tell me if they're homies.
So there's a good chance that Clinton knows a lot about him that the world doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hillary's been on that island, too. They've all been there.
So... Let me ask you this. I've been seeing it a lot in the news, and me being me, I think they're just conspiracy theorists. But do you think Epstein hung off himself or someone else did it?
Well, clearly it's a suicide if it was, but it could be a fake body. Who knows? And maybe he's over there living somewhere freaking with facial surgery done or on some rich island that only elites stay on. Who knows? I know he didn't kill himself, that's for damn sure.
So you don't think he just offed himself? Do you think there's more to it?
Everyone knew he was going to die, and he dies. And not only that, the security footage isn't there. Freaking it mysteriously disappears. Look at the footage of his cell. There's like freaking electric wires. There's freaking a pen. There's freaking like 6 jumpsuits. A bunch of like freaking things that's like they try to make it look like there's a chance for him to hang himself. There's no blood on the freaking little noose that he tied to freaking hang himself, and there's blood showing from his throat when he hung himself. So I mean, there's a lot of things that don't add up.
So what do you know what he was charged with? I just know that he was like a pedophile or something, right? Something with kids.
He'd get these rich elite people to sleep with kids and videotape it, so then they have dirt on these rich and powerful celebrities and just business people or politicians or freaking royalty.
So there's some real rich people that are powerful as all hell that are doing disturbing things with children when they could go and be with any female in the world. You mean to tell me that there's these rich people right now with children doing nasty things?
Yeah.
And he was like the ringleader basically of that?
He's one of them. Yeah, this female assistant, I forget her name, but her dad was this powerful player. He's dead now, but they're tied in with powerful people. And not only that, she probably has a kill switch, so if they mess with her, a bunch of this shit's going to come out on people. So I forget her name, though. Joe Rogan talks about it all the time.
Dang, that's crazy. So why did they... So what was so... This is kind of off topic, but you mentioned Joe Rogan. What was so bad about Alex Jones? Like, why'd they stop him? Like, I heard they deleted his page or something like that.
Yeah, they banned him off all platforms.
But why, though?
Because they don't like what he talks about.
What, is he racist or something?
No, he talks about conspiracy theories.
Oh, okay.
And they don't want people to think, because a lot of these conspiracy theories are not theories. They're actually true.
Oh, okay.
So why do you want the person that's letting the public know your secrets have a platform? You're going to take them off.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, bro. Especially when you put it.
Not only that, look at all the banning on social media. They're not just. It started with Alex Jones. It's slowly going to everybody. It's thought control.
They don't want you to talk about certain stuff.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what that certain stuff is. I would like to know. I would like to be informed on stuff. You know, it's always good to. I mean, you can either be in the dark about things, or you can at least know what's going on. That's how I feel, and I wouldn't. I mean, personally, I don't give a rat's ass, but I would like to know what's going on. I mean, it'd be cool to know. I don't want to be kept in the dark. You feel me?
Yeah. Everyone should have a free speech, so you can know the crazies from the not. Make up your own mind.
I heard that one of my relatives told me that it seems like Trump is trying to be like a dictator. Do you think that's true?
What has he done that's been dictator-like?
I don't know.
He's done prison reform. He's helped our economy. Everyone's thriving. Yeah, it seems like a dictatorship to me, huh?
I mean, I don't know.
Do you feel like your rights are getting stripped away from you as we speak?
No, of course
exactly.
not.
So how does it seem like he's a dictator?
Yeah, well, I guess when you put it like that. What about so why did we bomb? Why did we have to do? Why was Iran? Why did we have to do that in Iran? Explain that to me. What happened? Like the story behind that.
Well, I forget his name, Solomon or whatever.
Yeah, Soleimani.
Soleimani. He was a terrorist. He does a lot of things against our army. Look at the protests. It was supposedly a protest. It was an attack on our embassy, which was led by him. He'd go in and out of Iraq like freaking he owned the place. Well, we have our army there defending it.
Yeah. And
I think it was Obama that made him a terrorist. And once you're labeled a terrorist to the United States, we can take you out anywhere.
Oh, so basically, Obama threw him the lob for the alley-oop. And Trump jumped
with it.
Wham!
Yep.
He just, okay, Obama, you threw the alley-oop. That's what I'm talking about, player.
Pretty much.
Yeah, see, that's when Democrats and Republicans work together.
Yeah, they didn't want to, but it worked out that way.
Okay. Obama throwing lobs to Trump. I ain't mad at that.
Oh, if he could take that lob back, trust me, he would.
You think so?
Well, they just bitch no matter what. If he didn't attack freaking him, they'd be like, "Oh, Trump's weak," and then he does it, and they're like, "Oh, what did he do? He took out a terrorist," and you guys are crying about it. Well, not you guys, but CNN.
Yeah, no, I ain't taking that. No way, I shouldn't, brother. What So how do you feel about the Democrats that are running? Warren and Yang, and Biden and Sanders. Warren's the chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen her doing a little debate. She seemed like a nice little lady.
Oh, yeah? And she's trying to make Bernie Sanders seem like a sexist, too, all the
time.
She
was saying that. That's wrong.
Come on.
Bernie ain't a sexist. Bernie ain't a sexist.
And not only that, CNN's running with it. Clearly, they have something against CNN.
They posted a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think any of them
Just
have,
show CNN's freaking True News. They're not picking sides, huh?
do you think any of those Democrats are able to bring anything good to the table if they were to win the election?
I don't know. They're gonna try and take away your guns. Every single one said they're coming after your guns.
Really?
Yeah, well, they say your assault rifles, but it's starting with your assault rifles.
Have you seen? You know anything about any other policies from Warren to Yang, Biden, or Sanders, or the other that young dude on there?
Well, a lot of them want to go to a socialist type country where they're gonna tax the rich like heavily, and try to
And give more
social programs to people.
like cash aid and food stamps and all that.
Yep.
See what they need to do. Listen, if they're gonna give cash aid and food stamps, there needs to be a time limit and mandatory drug tests. And you should be able. There should be a system or a program where you're checking in and showing progress. Because if you're not doing none of those three things, there's no sense. Regardless if you got kids or not, like you and your kids shouldn't. Well, your kids should eat free, but you shouldn't want to. Show that example. Do something. This is California. There's 1,062 ways to get money out here.
Or if you're getting money, you can contribute some
Yeah,
way.
you could work a job. You could sell you some food. You could sell you some clothes. You could do you some computer work. You could do a lot of. You could cut lawns. You could work on cars. There's tons of things to do to get money in California. So I feel like people that are getting cash aid and food stamps, there should be for sure time limit and drug tests and all that. You shouldn't be able to rely on it for generations and generations. Because one of my OGs was telling me, he was like, back in the day when they created it, he was saying that if there's a man in the household, you wouldn't get it. And so a lot of females was just having kids and kicking the dudes out because it's like, we don't need it. And you know what that created? That created generations.
Yep. And that's the biggest thing of poverty is a father not in the house. Too.
Yeah, exactly. It created.
And those social incitements for women to not have the guy in the house made them kick the guys out sometimes, like you said.
So if I was running Hefe for like 2036 presidency, we definitely got to abolish that, y'all. I need y'all to agree with me because that, like, that's just, come on, man. We need to be out here on that, getting back, getting to it. What do you think Trump has something with like legalizing weed federally?
I have no clue.
I've seen that a lot in the headlines too.
Yeah, it'd be smart. I'm sure the Democrats would just use as him trying to get political votes, which I'm sure it would.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
I mean, Democrats do that all the time, and then they just try and tax you freaking like no other on the shit once they legalize it too.
Yeah, that'd be in his best bet. I mean, if I was him, for sure, I would do it. Yeah. What, you don't think that I don't know. I just, as far as like go back to the Democrats for taking the guns, I think they shouldn't take the guns, but there should be more of a vigorous background check for them, if anything.
I agree with that, but I don't think you should stop people from having.
People should have guns. Every house should have a gun in it. How else do you defend yourself if someone tries to break in? You try to talk it out.
What about assault rifles? You think they should have those?
Like assault rifles?
Like an AR-15?
Shit, I think if you're right up here in your brain, you should be able to have whatever the hell type of guns you want.
That's what I feel
personally.
Too. Mm-hmm.
Personally. But not everyone is right up here, and a lot of people, if they're right up here, the slightest thing might set them off, like a divorce or something, or whatever. Now this person want to go ape shit and just start just airing some shit out. It's like,
and it has to do with people on medication. Those people that are crazy on medication. So
speaking of medication, Cody, what do you think we should do about this damn opiate crisis? Because that right there, boy, that's a big cash cow, and at the same time, it's killing a whole lot of people.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
It makes a lot of money, and it kills a lot of people.
It has to do with pharmaceutical companies. It has to do with China. It has to do with Mexico. I mean, so there's a lot of players involved there. You'd have to really target a lot of different things. There's no easy way to deal with that, and that's why it's such a problem. I mean,
how do damn, I like to bounce back a lot. Let's go back to the guns. We bouncing back again, y'all. Okay, so I was thinking about this. Why don't they do this? Because you know how there's a lot of school shootings at churches and schools and whatnot? Why don't they make it to where it's and only an entrance through certain ways and put metal detectors. Sure, it'll cost a lot more money, but it's for children and people of worship. You got to keep these people safe. You know what I mean? They deserve to be safe. They're going to the house of God to talk to him and let anyone want ice cream? Because I ain't buying it from y'all. But nah, you know, these are people going to go worship God, and these are the future growing up. So why wouldn't we spend the money and put metal detectors? Is that what it is? Because of the money issue or what?
I'm not too sure on that subject, to tell you the truth.
Well, I was thinking about
But,
that, and
yeah,
I think that should happen. You know,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But some people might not want it because of the look and everything. And
who gives a damn about a look? You want your kid to
No,
be
I agree with you. I'm just saying certain people might say that, and that's why there's a debate with it. I just don't know too much about that.
Yeah, man, that's a very big thing, bro. You know, shit, I'm all for that. If I seen that on something to vote for, man, I'd sign up and I'd tell everyone I know, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna sign these pieces of paper or however the hell you vote, and that's for show. If anyone doesn't agree with that, they're lame. I'm sorry. Like, every school should have metal detectors, especially in places like, I don't know, where a lot of school shootings happen. These metal detectors.
Well, they happen random places, so it's kind of hard to be like, this is the next one.
Yeah.
Like, let's start installing them here.
Every school, for sure.
Yeah, you'd have to just mandatory, like, every school, which I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah,
that's going to save more lives than freaking banning guns, because people are going to just find knives or other things, explosives, or crazy people will always find things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just a pure fact. Crazy people don't just go, oh no, this is banned, I can't use this.
Yeah. Right? Man.
It's just going to hurt law-abiding citizens.
Man, I don't know, it's a trip, bro. I'd be blowing, I'd just be thinking about politics, I'd just be thinking about shit like, damn, there's a lot of shit to think about that, like, one person don't have control of. It takes a campaign. You got to get a whole bunch of people behind you. You got to have a lot of cause. Yeah, a lot of money that the average Joe ain't got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of backing, a lot of people, a lot of money. Freaking, it doesn't hurt to already have a name, like, for yourself, so people know about you.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's crazy. Damn. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
For coming out here, tapping in with your boy. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Drop some comments, give me some feedback, and subscribe. Hefe.
Good job. That was good, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty good, bro.
Good shit, Cody.
Yeah.
Why you so tight?